Hello everyone. I hope you are able to see the audio and video live on all the platform. As I'm streaming first time live on multiple platforms on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. So I'm not that much aware like if it is going smoothly or how it is. Please let me know respectively
Hello
like if you are able
everyone.
to
I
if you are
hope
able to see it like properly the audio and video and how is it. So like from the next time I will think more about it. And also just wanted to give an update about my health since last week we were not able to take any class because I was not like feeling well, but now I'm like feeling better. So will continue our class at 7, maybe at alternative days per week, like mostly Monday and Wednesday and Friday. So we will follow this schedule at 7, like these alternate days. Okay. So those who are watching me first time, just let you know, like in the previous session, this you can start from the scratch, even if you just wanted to understand how we train in AI or machine learning model. So everything has a very same process or similar kind of process. So basically, we need a data set, and we just splitted the data set into three parts after properly analyzing it into training data set, validation data set, and the test data set. Okay. And then we have seen it accordingly, like we have divided into some ratio 70%, then 20%, and then 10% accordingly. And this is, we have checked it, it has been divided. Also, we have decided that we are going to utilize the XgBoost model algorithm, sorry, so which is best for the gradient model. As we know, our problem is a binary classification problem, means like our output basically here in our project we are predicting which mobile customer can leave the our operating service, basically customer churn prediction with what we are doing. So it has only got two values, like it can be true, like customer can leave, or customer cannot leave. So two values like that is come under the binary classification. Okay, so that we are going to do. So yeah, just let me just check if I'm getting the audio and video quality properly. Please let me know in the comments if you are able to get the audio and video quality very properly on all the platforms. Okay, I hope yeah, it's going good, so we can start going ahead. Let me just set up it. Yeah, so in the like as I said in the last video, we have done all the things related to data analysis. We have done splitted it as well. So now, as we have splitted it, now we have to convert into a proper format so our algorithm can understand it. So for that, currently, as we can see, it is in a data frame format, right? Firstly, it was in a uh, like it was in a CSV format in a text file. Then we converted into a data frame format in the very starting. So by using our Panda library, if you remember here. So when we have done this, like read CSV, then we have converted this into a using this Panda library PD. We have converted it into a data frame. Okay. So now we have to convert all these data set back into CSV as XGB algorithm, take the input in the CSV format only. So according to the algorithm, there can be multiple formats. So XGBoost take input in the libsvme format or the CSV format. So CSV format it is easily readable for us as well, and we can like easily convert it to into a CSV format. So to do that, So first, let's convert the training data set into uh, like CSV format. So our training data set name is train underscore data. Okay. So let me just do that, train underscore data. Then you have to utilize the to CSV function. So you can automatically get it. And here you have to like like type the name of the like file which in which you want to save it. Okay. So I can give it as a name of train.csv. Okay. So I want to like when it will be converted, I want the given this data frame will be converted into CSV format, and that file will be named as trend.csv. And also I have to specify other some parameters like header equal to false. So what does this header equal to false means? The thing is like we for our algorithm, XgBoost algorithm, we have to exclude like this header row from being written, right? We like it only requires this data set. So for that you have to provide this a parameter header equal to false. So it will not take this as an like in data format. Basically, this will exclude the header row from being written into that CSV file. Okay. And also we have to provide the index equal to false also, which exclude the row indices from being written into like our file, because this is also just a indication only. So I have to type index equal to false. So I hope this is very clear to you. Okay. If you guys have any doubt, please let me know in the comments. So it will be like more easier for you guys. Okay. So like let's run it, and we know to run it, we have to press Shift Enter, or also you can run from plus sign here. So you can see this has created a train.csv file. You can see it has created seconds ago. So just let me open it. So you can see like a data set has been like a CSV formatted file has been created. Okay, so this is like perfect for our like training model. So as we have created same, we have to do it for the validation data set. So just let me replace it with the validation data, and also I have to name it as validation.csv. Okay, so let me just run it. So you can see another validation.csv file has been created. So this is our validation data set. So both the files we have converted into CSV format. So I hope this has been clear to you guys. So like if you guys have any doubt till here, please let me know so I can like explain you easily, because this is like a very important to understand about all these uh, all these tutorials about like how it is going to be like these S3 form, like you understand why we require it in a CSV format, why we are utilizing this. So like till now, if you guys have any doubt, please let me know so I can explain you about this. Because otherwise, from going on, the complexity will increase more and more, and it will become difficultly. However, I always try to explain you in a very simple language, but if you guys have any doubt till now, please let me know. Okay. Okay. I cannot see like any doubts in the comments, so I guess I can proceed. So as we have converted like a properly formatted CSV files for our model, for training our model, now we have to upload this data set which we have created into CSV format to an storage. So again, we are going to utilize S3. So let's upload it to S3, the CSV formatted training data set to S3 file. Okay. And as I already told, we are going to connect with S3. We are going to utilize Boto 3, which is like Python SDK for AWS. So to you do that, like let's type Boto 3, utilize it, and then let's connect. We want to connect with the which service? We want to connect with the S3. Okay. So I will type S3, and here inside S3, I have already created a bucket. Okay. So you can utilize it. And however, like I'm going to utilize this bucket name frequently, so you can also create a like a variable already and then utilize it later. Also, you can type directly the bucket name. So our bucket name is, so if we go to our AWS console and search for S3, let me just open into a new tab. Okay. So this is the bucket which we have created in the previous session, or you can just consider any bucket. Okay. AIML demo bootcamp. So I will just type the name here, a dot object. Then because I want to like store this CSV data set which we have created as an object inside it, and we already discussed what is this object or bucket. So you can check that out the previous session. And then we have to like specify the path in which you want to save it. So what will I do? I have already created inside this bucket. I have created a data set folder, and inside it we have all the like our original data set, right? So what I will do, I will inside this data set folder, I will create a folder name of train, and then I will store this CSV file there. Okay. So to do that, I have to specify the file data set, and then I will create a new folder, and then I will like want to save it as object train.csv. Okay. I hope here you are very clear. And so this is this is like the file name which you want to create it here inside this dataset folder and train folder. Okay. And now you have to provide the name, like which file you want to upload. So I want to upload file, and then here you can type train.sv. Okay. So as I have like upload like I hope this whole statement is clear. This Boto 3 is to make connection with the any AWS service, and here I'm making connection with the S3 service. Here I'm connecting with this bucket, and I want to like create this object and using when I am uploading this file. Okay. So to to integrate, you can either like use this button, or you can use the keyboard shortcut Shift Enter. Okay, so it is giving us error that this has been not present, like OS is not defined. So to that, because we haven't not imported OS like package. So let me do that, import OS, or also let me, because this bucket name is going to be utilized again and again. So what will I do? I will just create a variable of it, like bucket here. That also work, but just Mm, let me and just make a variable out of it. Bucket equal to, and then just provide the name of our S3 bucket. Okay, so if I do bucket, so we will check also, and then press Shift Enter, so we can see now it has been stored, and here I just provided that variable. Okay, so whenever I have to now type like required my S3 bucket name, I will just type bucket, and that will do my work. Okay, so now run it again. Okay, so as we can see, a number is there. That means this line has been executed. Otherwise, we will star if it is still running. So now if we go to our S3 bucket and just refresh it, so we can see there is a train folder has been created, and inside we can see this train.csv. So it means it has been successfully uploaded. Similarly, we will upload the CSV format validation dataset to S3. Okay, so I will just like copy paste it and just change the variable for the validation, set it accordingly. Validation here also, validation, and bucket also I want to same, and just the folder also. Okay, so now just execute it. So it has been executed, so let's go there, go again back to, so we can see a validation folder has been created, and inside it we have validation data. So now it is properly organized that in our bucket AI ML demo bootcamp, we have a dataset folder, and inside it we have original dataset, then we have a training dataset and validation dataset. Okay, so I hope till here everything is clear, and if you have any doubt, please let me know in the comments, so we can talk about it. Okay, or you can share with your friends and colleagues, so like it will improve my reach. Okay, so so now as we have uploaded both the test data set and validate train data set and validation data set, now let's start the actual training process of model training. So first we need to specify the location of our algorithm, right? Because algorithm, apart from data set to train our model, we will require an algorithm. So we have already discussed like why we are utilizing XgBoost algorithm. So, or those who are joining for the first time or just joined right now, so you have to utilize this XgBoost algorithm. We are going to utilize. Just take it as or any algorithm. The process will remain same. Okay, so it will be very easy for you guys. So for that, you have to import the SageMaker library. Okay, so so SageMaker has been imported. So now what I will do, I have to like import the this algorithm image basically. So what I will do, I will store it into an variable container. Okay, and utilize this SageMaker, and then image URIs. Okay, because I'm giving the path of that where our xg like our XgBoost file is there. Okay, then I want to retrieve, it should come automatically. Retrieve, yes, here it is. And inside it, first you have to provide three terms. Okay, so first you have to provide like which algorithm you want to connect. So I want to like get the image of XGBoost. So you have to provide it. Second, you have to provide the like session details, like in which session currently we are, whatever the session it is. So you have to utilize it. So one thing you can do it, you can use the SageMaker dot session. So make sure you here you use capital S. Otherwise, it will give you an error. Okay, and utilize this session function. Sorry. Yes. And inside it, you can do the poto region underscore name. Okay. So this will provide the like in which region you want to get this image. Okay. And last is the like version where you want to store it. Like here, we can use the latest, but generally in any production environment, the architect or manager will generally provide, okay, this particular image, you have to use, because security team before has been analyze all those image, like this image is perfectly fine, it does not have any viruses or any kind of bug, then you will get that version. Generally, like this process has been done in the any big MNC. But like here, just for the demo purpose, I have provide the latest. Or like if like your security team provides some version, then you can like provide the version here. Or if you don't know, then you can always go for this latest. But generally, it is recommended that you should like put out the number out here. Okay. And also here I just made a spelling mistake. Also this region can be also required later. So what we will do, we will also make a variable out of it. So okay, let's name this variable as region equal to, and I will just utilize it. Just type region so I can see it. Okay, so you can see I get AP South 1, which is like our region code for Mumbai. We have already seen it, right? If we go to AWS console and just see here, so Mumbai AP South 1, where we have created our SageMaker instance and our bucket as well, right? So this is the another way. And now here I will just type this variable region. Okay. So this is the best way, because it is going to utilize multiple times. So best way is to create these variables and utilize every time. Okay, so let's run it. So it has been executed. Now let's see container. So you can see we get the path of our XgBoost algorithm, and it is taking the latest file. And also you can see this is where the like our XgBoost algorithm has been located. And this has been located into Amazon ECR service, which is Elastic Container Registry. So even if you just go to AWS console and search for ECR, so you can see Elastic Container Registry, where all the algorithms container registry or Docker containers have been installed. So they are utilizing it, and they where our XGBoost algorithm has been installed and provided to us defaultly. Okay. So if you like looking for any algorithm, generally like AWS store them into this ECR. So this can be asked in an interview as well. Okay. And as we are training with the like CSV file format, so we have to create the training input that our training function can use as a pointer to like files in S3. So we will create this training input object like what should I create? We will create S3 input train. So this I will utilize to like provide input to my model, okay, for the training purpose. So I have to create this object training input, and then okay, and then S3 underscore data. So here I have to provide the like path of like S3 URI basically of my training data set. So I will go to this my training folder, and this is my training data set. So let's click on it, and here you can see this S3 URI, S3 colon double slash AIML demo. So just copy it by clicking on this icon. So this is basically a path which identifies, okay, this is where my training data set has been present. Okay, so this is what I'm preparing for my model training. So I have to just provide it. Make sure you provide it as a string. Okay. So I have provided it, and also I have to provide like content type. what type of content we are providing, because it can take both two inputs in the two format, CSV and libsmv, which we'll like discuss at like in another project if you are going to like do after this. So currently we are utilizing CSV format, so you just have to specify it. Okay. I hope this is clear to you guys. Also, if you we can see you don't want to provide this kind like in this format. Generally, what happen we generally keep it as a template. Like in when you are working in a production environment, you generally keep it as a template and you just provide all these data. You don't change every single line. You provide data in some a single format, like what is the bucket name, and you just specify at a single place. You're not going to like read every code and like making changes everywhere. Okay. So if you want to do that, so what either you can do it, or what you can do instead of doing it, you can just utilize the variables also. So you make this placeholders. Okay, and just provide the train.cs train.format. Okay, when you put the placeholder, then you can utilize this dot format, and then here you specify like what variable you want to use. So here I want to use the bucket. So what was our path? S3, then bucket name, and then data set. Okay, so instead of it, we can put data set, and then what it is, capital train and train.csv. Okay, train/train.csv. Okay, so yes, here. So like here, like you can provide it. Okay. So here automatically it will take this bucket value and adjust here in this placeholder. So this is how you can utilize the variables across the format. Okay. So if I just try to run it, okay, let me just move it ahead so it will be visible into the vertical format more easily. So just press Shift Enter. So it is giving me this error that training input it is not defined. Like why it is giving us that, because we have to take a input as in we have not imported this training input object right now. Okay, so to do that, wait, just give me a moment. So I can check for this library. Yeah, so for that we have to use the SageMaker inputs. So what I will do, I will do from SageMaker dot inputs import training input. Okay. Okay, no module name Sage. Okay, I provided the spelling mistake. Sorry. Okay, so it has been executed. So now let's execute it again. So now it has been successfully executed. Okay. So let's see if I try to see it, what it will give me. Okay, so it has been attached to our session and providing this perfect input to our data set. Okay, so we have set up a training input. So this we will use later when we start when we are start actually the training process. Currently we are just preparing for our model training. Okay, but this is a all part of model training process. Okay, to find the algorithm image, to prepare our data set, and for our to input, provide it as an input. Okay, so that we have to do it. Similarly, I have to do it for the validation data set. So for that, I will just copy paste it, and here I will provide change the variable name as the validation, and here also it is inside the validation folder and its name is validation.csv. Okay, same thing is there. So let me just run it. So it has been done. So now as we let's actually start the main training part process. First we will do what we'll do. We will set up a training job. Okay, to actually start the training process. And to set up that training process, we need to specify a few variables, how many and what type of instance you like to use for the training purpose. Okay. And also we need to specify hyperparameters. So what is this hyperparameter? We are going to discuss when we actually work on this. So it will be more easier for you to understand. Okay, but to specify these variables and hyperparameters, you need to construct an estimator in Amazon SageMaker, which is basically an object that encapsulate the details of a machine learning model and how it should be trained or deployed. Okay, so I hope you are familiar with the concept of encapsulation. Basically, it high carry out all the details in just visible to us the major details, and it will in the backend do all its work. Okay, so to do that, first let's start setting our estimator. So this is the variable XGB model. So this is now like pure training which we are doing. This is the training preparation, although this is part of model training. We have set up the input, we have like uh, set up the image name, we have set up the region, and set up our data sets. Now let's construct an estimator. Okay, so to do that, we have already input the SageMaker. Sorry, again I'm making the SageMaker spelling mistake. SageMaker, then we have to estimator, again the estimator. Okay, and then here we will provide all the different terms which we want to specify, like where you want to do your model training. Okay, so first thing what we will do, we as we already set up the where our algorithm resides, so we will provide that location. So that is inside the container variable. We have already done this here, that where our XGBoost algorithm reside, and this is the path which we get of the latest version. Okay, so here you can change the XGBoost version, which image, whatever image you want to use. So that is that. Second thing, you can set up the role here. Okay, so role basically gives the permission to model to run it and to execute whatever the permission basically here by role you are providing the permission to do all this, access this, and to actually run this training job. Okay, so to do that we can again utilize the SageMaker library, and you can do get execution role. Okay, so you remember when we created this SageMaker instant, we have to create a role, right? An execution role. So there it will get it. Okay, so you can also make it as a variable and just check it here. So what I will do, I will create a new variable and just run this. Okay, so it has been executed. Let me just see it if it has get this value. So you can see this role I have got, and it has the permission related. to my SageMaker instance. Okay. So now we have attached the permissions which is required to execute all these model training jobs. Okay. And after that, we have to specify the instance count, like how many instance you require to do this model training. Currently, we are dealing with a very small data set because just it for demo purposes. But in real world, you have to deal with the currently we have only 3,000 some records total. Okay, 3,333. But in general, you have like millions of data set, number of rows, and multiple records you have. So accordingly, you will choose the instance count. But here I'm going to choose as only one. So instance count equal to one. Okay. And then also you have to choose the instance type. We have already discussed what is instant type. Basically, it is a combination of CPU, how much CPU are requiring, how much RAM you are requiring. So accordingly, you will choose. So instance type you can define here. So like to do that, you can go to your browser and just search for like AWS machine ML instance type. Okay, and there you will get the list of whole machine learning pricing. So let me just show you guys. So you come to this Amazon SageMaker pricing page. I will provide the link in the description. Here you select your region and like just choose for what purpose you are requiring. So here we are looking for the training purpose. So here you can see there are multiple instances are available also, but we are looking for the lowest cost and also like which can serve our training purpose. So I guess this 4 CPUs and 16 GB of RAM would be fine for our training purpose, and also it costs very little, 0.252. So like compared to others, which is some are costing $2 or 0.97. So we are going to utilize this ML m4.x large. Okay, so let me just copy it and just paste in my Jupyter notebook. Another thing is you have to specify like where you want the like a model output to be presented. Okay, so to do that, what we'll do, like we have to specify the output path. Okay, so similarly here you have to provide the S3 URI just like we provided in the input case S3 URI, like where you want to store your model artifact, model output basically. So here you have to specify the S3. We know like the format of it, like it has S3, then it has like the bucket name, then like whole path, and then object name. Okay. So similarly, you can here do that double slash. Then I will provide a placeholder and I will create a new folder model, and then I will store inside an output. Okay. This I will do and dot format, and here I will to replace this placeholder with the our bucket variable, which we have already seen like what we have to how this like variable is going to replace this placeholder at a different format. Okay, I hope this is very clear to you guys. Okay, so now we have set up the output path as well. And also we have to connect with this current present SageMaker session. So to do that, like we have to store inside it. So these are some mandatory like requirements which we have to provide. SageMaker session equal to. So again, we can utilize the SageMaker session function. Okay. So this is very clear to you. And also, like what we can do else, we can specify some rules as well, okay, which will be easier for at the like maintenance stage, like we discuss about the model development life cycle, right? So for the maintenance purpose, you require some report, you require some file, so you can see how what it actually done, like at the like training process, because here you just execute it and it will do training by itself. You are not going to basically implement it, you're just providing all the details here and this will do it. So if you want to get the insight how it is trained and how much like resources it is consumed, so that for that you have to like create some report, and to create that report you have to utilize the rules, okay. So here I will provide the rule in the square brackets. Okay, so I will utilize this rule. So for that, like I have to import this library. So to do that, I have to like first to import, and then like I have to import this from the SageMaker debugger. Okay, SageMaker.debugger, because it is used for debugging purposes. We are going to import the rule, which is basically helping us to create these rules and like to create the like different reports which will be helpful for the maintenance purpose, and to see what actually goes behind the scene inside like inside when we are doing the model training, okay. Then also we will require profiler rule. Also, what else? Okay, yeah, rule config, and if like it throws any error, then we will like try to import it, okay. Accordingly to we can always see the error and then accordingly like import it. Is SageMaker rule.SageMaker, and inside it we are going to utilize the rule configs dot create XgBoost report, okay. So basically this XgBoost report like if you I don't think you guys are much familiar with this, what is this XgBoost report and what is this like different kinds of report I am talking about. So basically it creates this XgBoost report which like basically provides all the insight uh, during our training process, like provide us the full training progress, how this our model training has gone, and it creates a report for us, so we can like always provide it to our managers or utilize in the maintenance purpose, as I already told. And also like we are going to create another report, that is profiler report, which will create a report regarding what was the EC2 compute resource utilization, which will be important for the like especially it is required when we are doing the POC, so it is very useful for the infrastructure team, like how many instances they have to create when we are upscaling it, so it will be very much easier for it when we will see, we'll get it. But the main purpose is like profiler report is regarding the EC2 computation resources like utilization, and this XGBoost report, it is regarding to like training progress and the result regarding the training, okay. So that these are the very common reports which we generally like do when we create our estimator or training job basic. So this I have done it for this like our XGBoost report. And second thing, like as I talk, it is for the profiler report. Okay. So profiler rule dot SageMaker, yes, correct. And then here again same thing, rule configs, and then I want to profile report. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I hope it is clear. But if you will get an error, we can like resolve it. So I hope here you get a very clear understanding. And like some of you, like if you guys have any question till now, please let me know so we can always resolve it. Okay, so looks like everything is fine. So like you might have a question like why we are creating this estimator, like why there is a need of although like I already made it clear from starting, but if still you have any doubt like why you have created this estimator. So basically estimator is a high level interface which is like currently here we are using to set up, configure and running this machine learning training and like inference jobs, right? Here currently we are doing it for the training job, right? And it basically simplify the process of using AWS SageMaker by encapsulating various details and configuration. Just like here we can see here we like abstract the information of infrastructure detail. We provided like what how many instance we needed, how many what type of instance we needed. So that means I don't need to worry about creating infrastructure and I'm not actually going to EC2 instance and creating all these or going to SageMaker. Here I just provide the information. Okay, this type of instance I want to create, how many instance I want to create, and this will do automatically all the task and create it, and what type of container images you want to use or algorithm image what to use, you just provide it here and all the different settings. And also we have provided like some rules also. We have configured rules just like for the XgBoost report and like profiler report. Basically, this will help us to monitor training job for common issues or anomalies. And these rules can like basically check for data validation, model quality, and resource utilization using these reports. Okay, so I hope till here you guys are very clear. So let's just execute it. Okay, so we are getting this error that rule is not defined. Okay, we have like imported it. Did not we run it properly? I don't know. This is spelling mistake is also. Let's look fine. Let's run it again. Yeah, I guess we forgot to run this line at that point of time. Just we write it and we did not press the shift enter. So that is the like you need to always know about it. Like you have always just running the text here will not automatically run it. You have to press shift enter as well. Okay. So now our like estimator has been constructed. We have provided all the input and everything. So another thing which I talked about is like when we are doing like one thing is to provide all these terms like infrastructure and output where you want to put and different reports. Another thing is you need to provide the hyperparameters. So let's understand what is this hyperparameter. So basically, like one thing we know, like our model is going to learn from the training data, right? But apart from training data, you can always influence the model using hyperparameters. So these are the external configuration setting which that are not learned from the training data but are set prior to our training process, and it influence the overall behavior of our machine learning model and impact like how the model is going to learn and like generalize from the training data set. Okay, so it is just basically you are setting it is like a setting of your model. So can change those settings if you require like how deep you want to go inside it. So to do that, you have to just type your like estimate variable and set the hyperparameters. Okay, and just execute it. Okay, So first, you will understand more about hyperparameter when we are going to set it now. Okay. So first thing, what we are going to set up first hyperparameter is maxed depth. Okay, is 5. Okay, so what is this maxed depth hyperparameter? So basically, this is how we control like how deep we want each tree. Okay. So like I hope you understand what is this tree. Basically, it is like number of rounds you want your model will go. Like how many basically you can understand in terms of how many layers you want to go. Okay, like with one layer we know like we get an output, then another layer we got another output, how many output like layers we basically you want to create in simple terms if you want to understand. Okay, so its range can be from 0 to infinite and its default value is 6. So like here you can like provide the like maximum depth, how many depth you want to go with each tree within our XgBoost model. So like here, like if you basically this is a tree in like in a technical terms. So at a like a deeper tree or like more layers can capture more complex patterns, right? Like if you have multiple layers, more layers, then obviously it can perform more tasks and it can analyze more better, right? But it may lead to overfitting also. Like you only require to identify 2 3 tasks which can be done by 2 3 layers only, and you if you specify like much more layer, then it is just you are wasting your resources. Okay, so this should be in a proper proportionate. Okay, like you need to check it and you have to like set it up. So I have just put it like 5. I guess this will be fine for a our model is like not going to be that much complex. So it is going to create around 5 layers. If you talk about 5 trees or 5 layers or in like how deep you want to go basically in terms of competence. So layers, so those who don't know, you can check out our previous session we have discussed when we are discussing about the deep learning or artificial neural network. So basically like how many like computational resources you want to use here. Okay, so this is like you provide it. And second thing you need to set up is ETA. So what is this ETA? It is a learning rate. It is also known as learning rate or shrinkage parameter. It controls the step size or shrinkage during like the boosting and basically this optimization process. Right, we are doing like properly optimization using this hyper setting this hyperparameter and training our model. Basically, it is optimizing again and again with each tree it goes through, right? So this is a like basically take a float as a value. So it is from 0 to 1 and take float as value. So generally it is in point something. So its then default value is 0.3. So we can set it up slightly lower than that, or you can like even if you don't set up it is not going to impact that much. But just to tell you like okay, there is this hyperparameter which we can use to influence the behavior of our model. Okay, and the third is gamma hyperparameter. Okay, so gamma, so it is basically a minimum loss reduction required to make the further partition on the leaf node of our tree. Okay, so inside a layer, there are multiple nodes we have. Okay, so how many what is the minimum loss reduction you can afford to like make a further partition on that node? Okay, basically it is a regularization term which encourages the pruning of tree. uh, like pruning, I guess it is a simple English, like so here the larger the gamma value you have, it will lead to more conservative algorithm. Okay, so accordingly you will choose it, and this also contains value from 0 to infinite, and its default value is 0. So we are going to set up at 4, so it will not become like more conservative, like So conservative here means it will only restricted more towards the data which we provided. It will not going to adapt much more to the new data which will provide, but we want to adapt it to the new data. Okay. So, but if you provide too much to like new data, then it will not like take beneficial of our training data set, right? So accordingly, you will do that. And another is minimum child weight. Okay. So this hyperparameter is the minimum sum of the instant weight or Hessian needed in a child. Okay, in the child node. And this is also an another regularization term that controls the like minimum amount of instance required for a child node to be created. Okay. And if the tree partition step result in a leaf node with the sum of instance weight less than this minimum child weight hyperparameter, then the building process give up further partitioning. It will not go ahead. And in linear regression model, just like ours, this simply corresponding to a minimum number of instances needed in each node. Okay, so like in each node, how many instances needed, and also like the larger the algorithm we have, the more conservative it will it will become. Okay, and it also its default value is one, and it's a float kind. It can take float kind of values, and it reside from 0 to infinite. So I guess 6 will be fine for us. So I hope you got this. Like it is the basically sum of like how much instance weight you needed into a particular child tree. Okay, like how deep you can you want to like minimum number of instance needed into particular node. Okay, like we have like if you just simplify it in a picture, like we have a layer, then we have a nodes inside it, and then inside when we have a child load, like how many instance you need inside it, so it can like process for each like feature we have provided. Okay, I hope this is very clear to you, but if you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay, then we have to utilize this subsample hyperparameter. So this subsample is basically a kind of a ratio of our training data set. It specifies the fraction of samples to be used for training each tree. Okay. And if you set it around zero point 0.5, it means that our algorithm XgBoost randomly collect half of the data instance to grow this tree. Okay, and this help us to prevent overfitting, like means it will not lead to resource like wastage or unutilization. And if you provide a value less than one, it will introduce randomness and help us in overfitting. Okay, and it take float as a value, and it goes from 0 to 1. So 0 point something is the like value we can provide it, and its default value is 1. So here we can provide 0 0.8, slightly on the higher side, so we can get the maximum benefit out of it. Like as it specifies like how many instances can be used for training inside each tree. Okay, for each tree. Okay, I hope you got it. Like if you put it like I put it 0 0.5, so basically it collects half of the data and half of the data instance to grow individual each trees. Okay. Another term like which you can use is term means like here hyperparameter is verbosity. So verbosity basically, as it is clear by name, it controls the verbosity. So those who don't know what is verbosity, it basically it is the is here with verbosity hyperparameter we specify the level of detail we want for the logging messages and diagnostic output generated by our algorithm, XGBoost algorithm. Okay, during the training process, when we get the output, how much detail you want. So if you set it up as a 0, it means no output will be printed during training. And if you put it as a 1, like then only the critical information such as error and warning has been printed. And if you provide like verbosity as 2, then it will goes into the information mode, which prints the additional information about the training progress, such as metrics for each boosting round or each iteration. And if you provide verbosity equal to 3, it goes into debug mode and it prints detailed debug information including internal state and intermediate result. This mode is useful for troubleshooting and understand the inner working of the algorithm. Okay, so 3 is the most detailed one, second is the like less detailed compared to 3, and 1 is the minimum output you can get, and 0 is the like no output you are going to get it. Okay, so like you can put whatever you want, like if you want to see some detail, then you can provide like 3, or, but it will generally put lot of detail and sometimes it will be not useful for us. So like I generally go for it, but just to explain you like what it does, I just explained it, or you can choose accordingly. Okay, second, you have to provide the objective. Okay, like what is the objective of your model and what type of problem it is going to solve. Okay, so what is the learning objective is this model. Okay, so basically determines the loss function to be minimized. So as we know, like our problem is a binary classification problem with logistic regression. As basically our model, we want to predict like if customer is going to leave or not going to leave. So there is only two options available for it. So there our objective will become a binary objective. Okay, so it take a string as an input. Okay, so let me just provide it. The objective binary logistic. Okay, and the last hyperparameter. There are other also, but these are the general which we are talking about. Okay, so what this is num round hyperparameter. It is like number of boosting round or trees to you want to run into the training process. Okay, how many times it should correct itself. So it will go in again create multiple trees and like try to make it better with the each iteration. Okay, so these specify the number of iteration of the boosting to be performed, or how many trees you want to build. Okay, so it take integer as a input, and here I provided 100 as the I want to go about 100 round, and I guess there we will get the sufficient learning. Or if you don't get the like desired output, then you can increase and adjust these hyperparameters accordingly, and to adjust your model. Okay, I hope this is very clear to you guys. And also there are if you one way is to set up this hyperparameters, you can provide like this, or another thing is you can what you can do when you are like providing this estimator. Before that, you can just create a variable like this, hyperparameters, or you can create any variable, and there you can define into an curly brackets, and there just like you can provide okay, just let me type it. Okay, just like here you want to set up the max depth. Okay, so max depth, and then in the key value format you have to provide the value. Okay, so this is how also you can end by comma, and you can put other hyperparameters also. And then here when you are constructing the constructor, you can provide the hyperparameters directly here, like hyperparameters equal to hyperparameters, which is the variable which we have defined here. So this is also another way of setting up the hyperparameters. Okay. Or also another way is like you can directly define hyperparameters here. Like instead of just using a variable, you can use the curly brackets directly here, and like just copy paste it, or you can directly define inside the while you are constructing the estimator. Okay, and define all other do that. or you can generally we do it separately because it help us to like separate down the hyperparameters from other infrastructure terms. Okay, so generally we do it like we use this dot of our estimator and then set the hyperparameters. So like as we can see, I have not run it as there is no number is there. So let me just run it. So the our hyperparameters has been set. So till now we have set up the configurations only and to so now we are full ready to start our training process for the of our XgBoost model. So to do that we have to do the fitting. So we have to provide like our estimator and then fit and then we have to provide the input which we have defined, right? We have created training input here using this S3 input train and S3 input validation. Okay, so this fit function basically, which we have utilized here, XgBoost model fit, it basically fits the model to the provide training data and optimize the specified subjective function and hyperparameters. Okay, so everything has been attached already to our estimator. Now we are trying to provide the input to this estimator so it can start the training process. Okay, so it will we have to provide the training data to it. So our training data is residing inside this variable, right? Or we can just copy it from there as well. Yeah. So here we already told like, okay, where is our training data set is currently residing. Just copy it and paste it here. And same, you have to do it for validation as well. So both is required for the like proper training. And then later we are going to utilize the test dataset for the evaluation purpose. Okay, like if it is really got trained like as our desired requirement is. Okay, I hope you got this. So let's start our training process by pressing Shift Enter. So you can see it is still running. A star is there and training job has been started the training job. Also, if you go to our SageMaker console and go to this training section, okay, and go to this training job, you can see here. So a new training job, these are the previous, like for my previous project, you can check that as well. But you can see it is currently in progress, our training job. And inside also you can see like output when we have provided a path where output will be stored, right? So we will be able to see it here. Currently it is in progress and you can see there are different metrics which it is utilizing to train our model, and we have provided the S3 output path where you have to provide it all the hyperparameters which you have set, you can see right down here. So everything is defined. Once this training, currently it is in like a starting status, so it will take a time, and so you can see it is in the progress profiler report. It is like as we have requested for the report, so it will like also provide us the report at the end and like provide all the details. It can take some time according to like depends on the like data set you have used, but generally as like currently we are having a very less amount of data set, like very less number of record, so it is not going to take that much of time. So you can see it is also selected the instance type. Currently it is in downloading phase. So you can see here is the execution role it has taken. in the process. So currently it is in the downloading. Okay, and you can see it has downloaded the training image. That means our XgBoost algorithm has been downloaded, and now it is like it should start working on the training part. So everything you can see and the both here also, because we have already provided, we want to see like these reports, and you at the end you will also get this report, so we can you can analyze them, or like whatever maintenance team or support team you have, that they will analyze it. Okay. It is still downloading the training image. So like if you guys have any doubt till now, please let me know. So okay, let me check the different stream, because I'm streaming on multiple platform. So multiple people have joined on different platforms. I can see on LinkedIn we have like multiple members. YouTube also. Some old friends I also can see. Don't know where to see the comments on LinkedIn. Okay, so like we can see our training image has been completed, training is in progress. So it got some error during like training time, in the training time. Okay, so like training job has been failed, and it has been stopped. So you can see like what error we will got here. So XGBoost does not accept non-numerical value in the data. If already line is uh, header line has been already removed XGBoost. So we have, I guess we have removed the header line, right? We have put header equal to false. If I sure into our data set. So let me check what is this issue. Okay, failed training job failed, stop. So I guess today's video has become very longer, so I don't want to explain it. But yeah, definitely we are going to resolve this error in the next video. This is good that we got this error. So we will also get to see like how we can resolve this error when we got it. Okay. Okay, like if you guys have any doubt other than this, please let me know in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video. We are going extensively and discussing everything in detail. See you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe the channel, share with your colleagues, and support me through various mediums on different platform. If you are able to share it with your friends, it will be really great for me. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Like we will definitely going to resolve this error. I will look into it and explain to you in the next video. So make sure you subscribe our YouTube channel, and follow me on the various social media platforms. Okay. Thank you, guys.